I was probably too welcome to another video. I want to talk to you guys about something I've been getting asked a lot, something I think that I needed to hear coming up, and something that I think that is very important as a day trader. That is combating those blow up days. Blow up days is what really prolonged my day trading success and what prolongs my journey, because I had a lot of days where I couldn't control my emotions, a lot of days where I broke my rules, a lot of days where I just crashed out on the charts. I think that this is something that's very common amongst traders and amongst us young men. And I want to talk about how I think that certain things that you can incorporate, certain things that you can kind of shift your mindset in, and how to really overcome this certain things. So, number one, you have to really be reflective on yourself, understand what you do right, what you do wrong, and what causes those blow up days the most. Me personally, my blow up days came when I would take more than 2 to 3 losses. I would then start to try to force trades and over leverage to make my money back, since I already have taken multiple losses on the day. How to overcome this? Stop taking more than 2 or 3 trades per day. Once I take 2, 3 trades, I'm done. Unless I'm in an evaluation account, like trying to pass a prop account, if I'm taking more than 2, 3 trades, that's a bad day. Evals are a little bit different. I try to really pass them as soon as possible. So I don't mind taking multiple trades, but if it's an actual account, an XFA or already passed a live account, whatever the case may be, 2, 3 trades max. Get off the chart. Shut off the screen. Do not let one day define you. This was my biggest thing. I would let a day define me. I would be so caught up on my P&L for one day to where I just couldn't accept it. I couldn't walk away. I couldn't accept the loss. I couldn't just do the simple thing, shut my computer off, and wait till tomorrow. Day trading is a long-term process, a long-term game. You need to understand that. You need to realize that we are going to be doing this for a very long time, especially if, well, you shouldn't be wanting to, at least. This is not no get rich quick scheme. This is not something you should do fast just for, quick money, whatever the case may be. This is something that you need to be doing for the long run. With that being said, you're going to have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of days ahead of you where you can trade it. You should not let one day break you. You should not let one day define you when you are growing, when you are trying to learn on how to trade and try to find profitability. Looking for success one day should not make you or break you. Now, me, I was letting one day break me. That was my biggest thing. So I analyzed or reflected on myself. When I take more than 2 to 3 losses, depending on the size, that's when I spiral the most. It's when I start to over leverage, start to try to revenge trade. I rush my setups. I don't think fully logically, because your brain starts to go into a panic. Your brain starts to go into fight or flight. This is something that I learned from a psychologist at a podcast I was listening to. Your brain goes into fight or flight at that point. You start to throw things out the window. The common sense stuff starts to leave you, because now you're kind of in defense mode. You're trying to make the money back. Your brain is telling you need to make it back. Can't end the day like this. So now you're gonna just start making a rational decision. So that's the number one thing. Analyze yourself, figure out where your flaws are, what causes your biggest flaws, what leads up to them. As I just told y'all, mine was take multiple losses that started to kind of birth irrational decisions. My Figure out what that is for you, and from there, really be disciplined. Now, something that helped me with using Top Step X's, trade lockout platform. Any X, I think Alpha has X as well. Alpha Futures has an X platform, but using those X platforms lockout feature, because you can lock yourself out after taking 3, 4 trades. You can lock yourself out after losing X amount of dollars. And this really helps because it forces you to walk away. You have no choice but to walk away. And yes, it is going to burn. It's going to feel like a fire in your chest. You're going to want to take another trade. However, the burning and the pain that you feel from taking, a couple small losses or whatever you set your rules to be, taking $300 loss is way better than blowing your entire account. I promise you that. You will feel pain a lot. The pain will feel a lot better. It is going to hurt, but it's going to feel way better than blowing your account. That's another thing you can do. If you have that issue, which I know a lot of traders do have, when you break the rules, try to spiral, whatever the case may be, that is something that can help. Now, another thing, understanding your system, understanding exactly what you're looking for, and coming into the day only looking for that. Do not come into the day trying to make money, because that is where you will find the most issues from. Do not come in the day trying to make money. Come into the day looking to succeed, looking to follow your rules, take the right setup, understand what your setup looks like and what you're going to take. Because if you're coming to the day with the idea of making money, you're just going to take stuff that is mediocre. You're going to take poor setups that aren't exactly what you need to see. Something that you can do to kind of help this as well is having a checklist, having a mental checklist, a physical checklist in front of you before you take a trade. Understand what your A plus setup looks like and only take that. Understand what your A plus setup is, and if every box isn't checked, if every entry criteria isn't checked off, do not take the trade. Simple as that. Let it pass you by, because you have to be able to let good and great. You have to be able to identify good versus the great setups. The great setups will come. They'll be a lot less frequent, but they will still come. So help you build your discipline, help you build your patience, help you be able to just watch the market without feeling antsy and wanting to take a trade. Yes, you might feel it, but as long as you sit on your hands and you stay, maintain self-control, you will be completely fine. You might ball your stomach, it might feel a ball in your throat, whatever the case may be, but it will make you better in the long run. I promise you that. Have a checklist, know what you're looking for physically in front of you, especially if you're just starting out. Understanding exactly what you need to see from the market before you take any type of trades. And if that doesn't present itself, then don't take a trade. Don't just force something because it has the potential to make you money. Some homeless man can say, "Yo, I have a business proposition for you. Loan me $1,000 or $100,000. I'll make you 10x, whatever the case." Versus a well-established businessman, you're obviously going to rather give your money to the well-established businessman that has already made you money in the past. That homeless person he obviously has the potential to make you money. Within the markets, you have the potential to make money at any time. The market can only go up or down. It can only go one or two ways. However, the well-established businessman that has already made you money in the past, that you would have a positive relationship with, and you establish rapport with him, he obviously has a higher chance, which is your A+ setup. That businessman is your A+ setup. You have an established rapport with him. You know your system. You already have studied. You've already backed us. You've already seen it work for you. That is what you want to look for. You only want to give money to him, obviously. So do the same with the chart. Do the same on the market. Have that setup. Have your entry criteria. Understand what you got to do. And number 3, be disciplined outside the charts. Add stuff that's going to make you disciplined. For me, working out, reading, eating right, all things that are very difficult. Especially living in America, a lot of the foods is not good for us, but you have to go out your way. You have to spend a little bit of extra money to eat right. Working out is hard. Nobody wants to really. Sometimes you're not going to want to wake up and work out. I'm about to work out. I don't even feel like working. I'm on vacation right now. Y'all can see behind me, and I still work. I worked out this morning. I did a Pilates class this morning, and I'm still gonna work out again. I'm about to go for a run. Once I'm done filming this, do the stuff that you don't want to do. This is going to build your discipline on and off the charts. And you can be disciplined off the charts. It's going to make being disciplined on the charts way better. I promise you that. If you don't work out, I promise you it will help you. You will see your body progress. Your mind is going to progress and become an overall better person. Reading, another thing that's been hard. Picking up on that. Helping me stay disciplined. Helping me just do the harder things in life that I may not feel like doing. This makes it way easier because it is hard to follow your rules. It's easy to hop on the market and take the first thing you see, or just force a setup, whatever the case. It is hard to be patient. It's hard to let stuff pass you by. If you can be disciplined off the charts, it makes it way easier on the charts. So yeah, those are the main things. I think really just being disciplined, understanding what your entry model looks like, and only taking that, and understanding where you make the most mistakes at, and really just kind of fine-tuning it, sharpening, your edges, whatever the case, whatever metaphor you want to use, tightening your loose screws. Do it. Reflect on yourself. You have to be your biggest critic, though, because nobody else will. In day trading, we are our own bosses. There's nobody looking over us. There's nobody giving us a progress report on how we're doing. This is all up to you, nobody else. And this is a blessing and a curse. Yes, we preach as day traders, we're our own boss. We don't have to listen to anybody. But if we aren't disciplined, if we aren't in the correct headspace to make these decisions and to live our life the way we're supposed to, it's going to make day trading way harder. And you might need a boss for that. You have to really train your mind. You have to do good. You have to be better with yourself. Do right by yourself, do right by others, and it will all come. I promise you that. So yeah, that being said, though, I'm going to catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Free Discord in the bio. Thank you for watching. Peace out.